The Chiefs have never led in this football game. Ariza waits for the go signal. Butker's kick is good. They get a walk-off field goal in overtime.
An NFL tradition, Thanksgiving football, and this week the Chiefs are right in the middle of it. They go to Dallas to play the Cowboys. So many storylines to this game.
Yeah, a lot of big storylines here in this game. Of course, the Chiefs began as the Dallas Texans way back in 1960 before becoming the Chiefs. And of course, Patrick Mahomes grew up in the Dallas metro area. I think this game is pretty important to Patrick, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, Tyler, Texas is 117 miles away, but he wants to go there to Dallas to beat these guys, along with all of his friends who grew up in Tyler. And then Andy Reid, the fact that he has had such a rivalry against the Cowboys going back to his 14 years in Philadelphia, 19-13, I think, against the Cowboys. And then this season, with the Cowboys at 5-5-1 and the Chiefs at 6-5, the importance is there.
Yeah, and the Chiefs coming off an epic, incredible win over the Colts, a game the Chiefs really needed, right? Being down 11 points midway through the fourth quarter, finding a way in all three phases to win that game. A big, big win for the Chiefs. Got to keep it rolling now here, though, and no time to really think about it, playing the Cowboys here on a short week.
That's the challenge on a short week, particularly on the road. One of the hardest things, I think, in all of professional sports to do and to win a game. But this Cowboy team, Dak Prescott is healthy. Last year he had the hamstring problem, missed a good portion of the season. But this year the Cowboys, we're going to say this again, you can copy and paste this from last week's game preview. We're facing the number one team offensively in the league for the second straight week.
Yeah, it feels like every single week we're facing these incredible offenses, and the Dallas Cowboys certainly are an incredible offense. It's the number 4 scoring offense in the NFL, but the number 1 total offense in the league in terms of yards. They're averaging just under 400 yards per game. They're second in the NFL in first downs, behind the Chiefs actually, who are number 1. They're 6th on third down this year, and they have the fewest negative plays in the NFL. And it really gets back to their tandem at wide receiver with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Pickens has been incredible this year for them, already over 1,000 yards receiving, and he's coming off back-to-back games with at least 140 yards through the air. You can't let Pickens go off in this game.
They have others too. Jake Ferguson, a Pro Bowl tight end from 2 years ago. Javonte Williams, a guy we're familiar with after his time with the Broncos. A lot of weapons to this Cowboys offense, and they've rebuilt their offensive line.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Javonte Williams because it might be easy to forget about him when you have these great receivers on the outside, but he's been great for them this year, kind of having a career resurgence. We, of course, remember him from his time in Denver. He has nearly 900 rushing yards this year, 8 rushing touchdowns, and he's averaging just under 5 yards per carry. And think about what he does for their play-action passing game. Dak Prescott was awesome using play-action against the Eagles last week. He completed 9 of 11 passes for 174 yards on those play-action dropbacks. The reason that was effective is Javonte Williams was running the ball effectively. Try to shut down Javonte Williams in this game, like the Chiefs did against Jonathan Taylor last week, and don't let Dak Prescott use that play action so effectively.
And Dak Prescott, we have to mention now, he's the all-time Cowboys passing leader. Think about Roger Staubach, Don Meredith, Troy Aikman, down through the years, Tony Romo. But Prescott's at the top of that list. Now, what Dallas has done, though, to help them get 2 wins after the bye, they made 2 significant moves on defense. They got Logan Wilson, the linebacker from the Cincinnati Bengals, and Quinnen Williams in a trade from the Jets. That seems to have changed their defense dramatically.
Big time. I think this is a different defense than we saw early in the year. Overall, their numbers show that they have struggled defensively. They're bottom of the NFL in a lot of defensive categories, but it's kind of a different defense in general. They have numerous players out there who are not out there earlier in the year, and I think we've seen success because of that. They're allowing an average of just 19 points per game over their last 2 matchups, and Williams has been kind of key to all that. He had 8 pressures last week against the Eagles, obviously a really good player. And also they got DeMarvion Overshown back, a player that they like a lot, hasn't played yet this year, but he's back now. And rookie Shavon Revel Jr. Out of East Carolina at corner, really good player. He's back for them now as well. So this defense, yeah, they've struggled overall statistically, but they're better than their numbers might indicate.
But this feels like a game. Do it for Patrick Mahomes. Do it for Andy Reid. Do it for Lamar Hunt's memory. And so the Chiefs against the Cowboys with a lot on the line.